My name is Nicole Leopold. My role is I am a Total Rewards Analyst and I work for HomeServe USA.
My name is Philip Belleville. I work for HomeServe USA and I am the Director of Compensation, HRS, and People Analytics.
It was an extremely manual process, our end of year cycle. We have about 300 people managers throughout our organization, and the training and onboarding utilizing UltiPro's version of salary planning or end of year merit planning was extremely time consuming, and it left for a lot of manual error. So, throughout the cycle, we weren't able to accommodate a lot of last minute exceptions. And because of that, we had to do a lot of off-cycle payments and things like that. It just wasn't very smooth of a process, for sure.
HRSoft differed from the solutions or other solutions that we evaluated because it did allow for a lot more seamless and just automation, as well as integration. Scalability was a huge selling point as well. The other systems that we were looking at did have some flexibility, but was still very limited. So it did, and looking at some of the solutions, they would kind of solve 80% of our problems, where HRSoft actually solved all of the issues that we were having, and then brought about even more value with giving recommendations. So I think that was really a great selling point.
Implementation was seamless. The team was very patient with me. It was probably my third end of year cycle that I've been a part of, and I was able to be confident enough to really help be an administrator and an educator on our organization's end because of the implementation support that I had from the HRSoft team.
It's been a big impact to our comp process in the manner that the steps that we were taking were very slow. It was relying on somebody to begin the process and then approve it to the next level, and then it would have to sit there and wait. There wasn't that collaboration all the way through a hierarchy that this allowed us to actually do, which is great because just for the second tier manager or all the way up the chain, hearing how the person at the very bottom of the structure was doing, you've got to have that communication as well. So it really was a different way in which we were looking at how did we continue to incentivize employees.
For the first time since I've been at the company, so 3 years now, we had absolutely zero errors. So we had over 1,000 employees be a part of the process, and there wasn't one situation where we had to retro pay anybody. And the other thing is, I am being 100% candid when I say this, we had instances coming in at the last hour where we needed to make changes to roles, we needed to make changes to managers, and everything was just easily accommodated and customized based on all of our different requests. So it was great.
One of the great successes that we've had for the implementation, this was the first year we were able to put the short-term incentives into a platform that allowed employees to see how the items were, or that the rewards were actually calculated, which was great. The other part with that is this was the first year where there were no corrections to any short-term incentives. So we were 3 weeks in. I called the payroll manager and I said, have you heard anything? Because I've not heard anything. We thought there would be some kind of small correction. There's always been, 1 or 2, 3, well, this was wrong, or this, we had the wrong percentage. Zero. It's the very first time we've ever had zero. So even to this day, I'm still like, is anybody gonna call? So it's almost that we can't believe the success that we had with this, yes.
Hard to do because I have so many positive things to say about them, but I would say supportive from day one till after we closed. I mean, I was constantly reaching out to them, looking for their leadership and their support while we were going through the implementation, and they were never bothered. They were obviously working outside of their regular schedules, and they never made it seem like they were. So for me, it was such a clear partnership, and they had such a strong sense of support throughout.
The amount of time that would have gone into just the management part of it, that's really where a lot of the ROI is going to come into play, because it was a huge lift on our end. Not to mention that the implementation team and our team that we have going forward is really just an extension of our team. So they're our partners, and there's a lot of value add there. So they help with the chaos, and that is greatly appreciated by my team as well. I feel that the process was so seamless and the outcome was so great with this piece. I'm just really excited to see what else we can do with HRSoft for our team.